see.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna be practical about everything. I'm not gonna take long. Prasan, thank you very much for extending the invitation. And I think this is the perfect moment for me to be here when you're speaking about culture. Simply because last year, October, I was invited to Europe. I taught Sweden and Germany, and then I was giving master classes on South African folk music and jazz music, which I've studied now. And then I got this from veterans like Dr. Johnny Meko, the late Dr. Johnny Meko, and through him I've met a lot of jazz legends like Bonda de Hugh Masekela, Kaifa Semenya, Letambulu, Dorothy Suk, and all of them. So I've learned this culture very well from Batuabaho. So I'm not just a small boy. All right, yes. So I know what I'm doing. I know what South African music is, and when I stand there on stage, I know exactly what I'm doing. And when I give people classes, I know what I'm doing. I'm professionally a jazz vocalist, and then also I do gospel too, simply because I'm a child of God. I'm born again, and I'm not afraid to say that. I'm really proud to say that. And also the record company that I'm signed with decided to take this route with me to show that I can also do gospel. Because I've already worked with a lot of gospel artists like Kozoma Kalema and all of them. I've been doing babies before I ventured into my own route. And also coming to jazz, I'm also doing jazz because I've done babies for jazz artists like Boselo Slota, and I've done some work with Mamas Mungu Kumalo, and I've worked with, of course, Dr. Johnny Meko, the legend. He is my mentor, and I promised him that I'm going to talk about him the rest of my life because he taught me a lot of things. He taught me the business side of things as well. We didn't know that music has actually business. We would just get so excited about it. You're just going to be on a big stage, and then some people will also promise you food and booze, and some artists get excited when there's booze there, and they don't know that we're actually making a living out of this. We need to be paid. And coming to also, I didn't plan this, so I'm just gonna be all over the place, but just trying to be practical. Most of artists, they don't know what, asking for grants, you need to have a proposal. We don't know how to draft a proposal. We don't know, the procedure. But we need money. There is a need for money, but we don't know these things, So I got to learn all of those things. Hence, I have a company called Mnyeki Mujalefa Entertainment, and because I opened the company, I actually had it a long time ago, but I didn't register it. So I've always tried to do my own shows, organize my own shows, and even flop or and I learned from I guess I know that I learned from another one. So let me talk about my European tour. It's very interesting that I've seen the power of our culture there. In fact, another old man came to me after performing. He said to me, "We've been waiting for this." And I asked myself, why did this guy say we've been waiting for this? And Kalimwa, there is an answer is with us as an African people. People are thirsty and hungry to hear from us. And in fact, Ronari, we actually looking down on ourselves. Right? So I actually have pictures. I've got pictures of the tour of Germany and me teaching people in Germany and also in Sweden. But because of time, I'm just gonna cut that. Yeah. So and also to what Dr. Sam was talking about, protocol Kuswazi, when was it? Person, you spoke about protocol somewhere in your speech, and then it reminded me. Yes, it reminded me of another time when I was in Swaziland. I was invited to perform at the King's daughter's 21st birthday, and then prior going there, they had to send me a list, a protocol, or when the king asked me to do this, what must I do? I mustn't look directly into the king's wife's eyes. Yes, and then
King you can.
with the king you can, but I got okay, and then there was an instant where he invited me to his house, and I already knew what I already knew what I was going to do, because I wasn't supposed to sit on the chair with him unless he invited me to sit on the chair. So those are little things that I got to learn, the power of the culture that we have. Those little things that makes us to be, who we are, and the beautiful thing is that tomorrow I'm leaving for New York. I'm going to do the very same thing that I did in Europe. So that, please cheer me up. I'm going to do the very same thing that I did in Europe. I'm going to be teaching at a school in Miami. They also saw my work on the net, so they kind of liked what I did, so they wanted me to do the same thing at their school. And then special thanks to Department of Arts and Culture, they made it possible last year, and then also the National Arts Council. And I'm also a face of a company called Trends Travels. I have my first billboard at the airport. How do you like it? So that's the power of the culture. I mean, I kept this thing, I never faked it, I remained who I am, and then people liked me. People liked what I do, and then hence I am where I am today. So yeah, that's, and also maybe let me share this thing briefly before I close. That I got to start professionally in 2003. And all along I've been, singing. I actually studied music at a college called Oak Hill School of Music in Pretoria. Like I said, I'm from Pretoria. And then I met Dr. Jolie Mekwa in 2003, Kopolokwa. And then I decided to go visit a friend of mine. I was about to share that story with Marcus.
Yes.
Yes. So I decided to go to Polokwane to visit a friend. So I came to Polokwane. I saw billboards written Mapungube Jazz Festival. Is it still there? Mapungube Jazz Festival. Yeah, I saw the billboard saying Mapungube Jazz Festival, workshop and auditions. So that caught my attention, and I went there. It was my first time, going to Polokwane after many years, And then when I got there, and I spoke to a friend of mine who already, look, I want to go to those auditions. Can I get like 3 guys, to teach my music quickly so that I can attend the workshops tomorrow? And I did that. And to cut the long story short, I won the auditions. I got first position. I got to open for K Kwanam and the rest of jazz legends, and that's how I got to meet Dr. Jolie Mekwa. And from there, things just fell into place, and I had a whole lot of opportunities. I had to, I happened to perform for great, like for presidents, for kings, for a whole lot of people. Yeah, so thank you.
Well, this was good.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. A round of applause again. Thank you so much, Hendrik, for sharing your wonderful experience with us. Once again, we'll ask Eva to present the gifts to you. Let's just say thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you for making your time. come here and share. And we wish you all the best day. Can I say something? Okay, I'm gonna open that.
Oh, okay. Music.